The other day we had massive, what was it? South wind?
South wind, yeah.
Was it a massive south wind? Give it a damn good go.
Okay. With this hand, then you want to go. We should be inside the circle.
Get out. Yeah, you don't want your hand in there. Go! We managed to hang in there. It was quite tough to get from the beach onto the dinghy. Unfortunately, Guilherme wasn't on his boat while it happened, or for him to find out from the local marina that his mast had fallen down. Fear not, because we're almost done. I think today he's going to have a mast again. New forestay. Yeah, new forestay. Turns out the forestay just snapped, but that's never going to happen again.
Back there? Yes. Yeah.
What happened here?
My balls are still there.
Easy. And just like that, there is a mast on the boat. All we need now is the anti-fouling, or we are sailing.
Yeah. 2 more days we'll be done.
Now look at that.
Wow.
Would you call yourself an official rigger now?
Get in there. Got nothing on you guys.
What's your friend called?
His name is Jack.
Oh yeah?
I just invented.
We do have quite a big boat that allows us to have a lot of storage, but for some reason, no matter how big or small your boat is, every bit of storage is going to be used. One area that we can store a lot of things that's just kind of dead space right now is the bow locker. bow locker is a massive triangle that runs all the way from the mast practically to the bow of the boat, which is just an open area that we've just been throwing stuff down. That's just been filling up. But as we have Toby here, what was your job? The furniture designer. Is that?
Yeah, fabricator. Yeah.
We're gonna go down. We've got measuring tapes, pencils, pen, whatever, and
We'll make something work.
I'm gonna make something work. Okay. As you draw better than me, probably. Let's get rid of all of this. At least put it on deck, and then we can see what space we have to work with. And what was once a bunch of trash is now a massive open area, ready to be turned into something epic. Potential?
Absolutely. Huge amount of space.
30 square, nothing round. No mast in the middle. So the structure has to allow these planks to be removed.
Just the box of...
Because there's a bilge pump under here, and there's electrics, and I'm also storing lots of water here. Like drinking water is over here.
Yeah.
The main mission of now was not to get the entire design made, it's to know how we're going to cut the plywood on the beach, because we're going to get 2 big sheets of plywood and we'd rather not carry them on the dinghy. Got the green light that the plywood has arrived. Unfortunately, the marina hasn't opened, so we asked him to just lean it against the gate. It's going to be wet, but if it can't resist a bit of rain,
It's no good.
it's no good for us. Truck just left when we arrived, but I can see over there's a nice 2 sheets of plywood. They are undercover. Don't know how that happened. Must be someone there, but apparently there's no one there, or they climbed over, who knows. So we're not going to remove that from that cover, and maybe tomorrow morning or even this afternoon when it's raining less, we'll come with a jigsaw and the generator or an extension cable and
Yeah, hoist it up
but
tomorrow.
today is not a day to bring plywood on a boat. We were going to, because we would have had to, but if we don't have to, that is way better. As you can tell, the weather right now is pretty shitty and there is no forecast in it being sunny. There are 2 things we can do about it. One is go inside, make a hot chocolate, sit down and watch a movie. The other thing is we can get jobs done that don't require sun. We have one place in the boat that is sheltered that needs a lot of work done, and that is the bow locker. We were also thinking, as it's raining, we can use this shelter here to work under it. Not the most comfortable conditions, but I would like to see what we can get done in a week. Whether we finish the work in the bow locker or not in 1 week, that is something we're going to have to see, but we're definitely going to get started. It's still grey and cloudy, but today is the day we're going to get the plywood on board, no matter if it starts raining or not. I've got a long ruler, jigsaw, extension cables, pencil, measuring tape. Just going to do the big cuts, bring it onto the boat, and then we'll do the rest of the smaller detailed cuts in here. If luck is on our side, that rain, you can actually really see rain just behind the island over there. If luck is on our side, that will stay on the mainland, and usually that's the case. Tomorrow it's going to be rain until for the next 4 days, so this has to be a job that we do today.
Now or never.
Now or never. Hi doggies. Oh shit! Oh, that was smooth! Let's say that was on purpose. I thought that was gonna dig into the sand, yeah. Gonna dig part of the boat into the sand. Yeah. Yeah, going out fast. The advantage of a high tide like this is you hardly have to pull your boat up. Sometimes it's way further down. A few more meters and Guilherme would have launched his boat earlier than expected. Beautiful. Nice. Oh, that's definitely going to hold. It's still thicker than I thought. What was 2 massive slabs of plywood, 1 meter 60 by 2 meter 20, now fits perfectly on here. Let's head over. The tide's coming up still. That's insane. Up in the front. Easy. So happy we did this today and not yesterday. Would have been a mess. Oh, have a picnic.
Você, quando diz que é pra esquecer, tá dando desculpa pra deixar as coisas do jeito que elas são. Esperança ao resto do chão. O teu mantra é deixar pra lá.
It started raining, but that's not an issue because we have this beautiful bimini here, which we have practically never used. We've got Toby here with his good hands. Now the first step we're going to do is, before we get working, I just want to see what's under the floor planks. I think there might be some water bottles there that we used for bow ballast and also as reserve water storage. So let's have a look in here, and I think we'll stay pretty dry.
I hope so. It's covering the hole, so
Stay open. Put these back because they might get wet. I remember starting this a while ago, but I never got fully into it. Is instead of throwing concrete or anything down here, I thought if we can fill this bilge with drinking water bottles, keep them sealed, it will act as weight. So we have a 10 litre, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 litre bottles, so that's 10. That's already 30 kilos that we just have here in the bow. So I think we'll continue doing that. For now, we're going to remove it, just chuck a bunch of salt water down here, give it a good wash, and probably do the same thing once we finish because it's going to get quite dusty. Okay, should we start with this side?
we've decided to make these sort of center braces square with the floor. It's not going to be attached to the floor, but it means that when the boxes are in, they're going to be level. We're using these smaller lidded boxes. These are really easy replaceable, pretty strong, I'd say. Strong enough for what we're going to be using it for. So basically we're just going to make this cut here, so this will allow it to sit flush with the ceiling and square with the floor. Try not to make too much of a mess in the process.
I've tried that before, it doesn't work. We know who to blame if it doesn't fit. Usually you see me cutting on the platform. Today is a very rainy day, so unfortunately inside the boat, or at least inside the pilot house it is, and a lot of cleaning later. And
I don't remember which corner is which.
we'll mark the next one.
Oh,
Yeah?
like a glove.
Is it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Well done.
Phase one.
Maybe we should think of putting a ladder there one day. One thing we need to know before we fasten these is the depth of the boxes. So let's grab a box and we're going to eliminate an edge over here.
So we've done all of the forward-facing components. So now it's basically time to design a system for the boxes. So we need like a rail system that will allow us to pull them in and out that's going to be strong enough to support the weight. So it's all pocket hold at the moment. It's going to be glued up. And then maybe some support braces underneath, but the challenge is we have to be able to lift the floorboards out, so nothing can be too permanent. And then that will be the bottom of the railing.
Right side, yeah. So
every time you show up smiling, you got me. Never knew how you played along. When the time comes and
We've done it basically from the top of the railings, so where the top of the box will sit. So that lines up with there.
gives us 2 centimeters to the next box.
And then next box there. That leaves a small gap. Same again, and then I don't know if we'll get another one on there, but
thank God I have you as mine. Can feel that tingle down my spine. You kick off your shoes, but you're not in a hurry. Sing as you walk and jumping up in the air. You hold me tight and say that you love me. Every thought that I have just got blown away. Staring up at the moon, knowing that you'll be here soon. Thank God I have you as mine. Can't feel that.
Toby. Even though it's raining non-stop, we can still work in this little sheltered area. So the plan now, I think, is to glue all these battens in, probably put a couple of screws in as well. And then we're gonna bring this over into the bow locker. From this point onwards, you're gonna really get the point of where we're going to with this, hopefully. And especially once it's in place, you'll be like, ah, this is what they've been doing all along. Before heading into the bow locker, I'm just preparing some of this epoxy glue, which is what we're going to glue the edges of the plywood to the wall with. Not only is it going to glue it, and it's very, very strong, it's also going to seal it. It's going to go into the end grain. So what I've done is I've just mixed the 2 parts and added sawdust to our liking, just to give it a bit of consistency. We're going to not go any further on this side because we've got some glue to spare, or not to spare, so we're going to do exactly the same on the other side, and then we can come back and do some of the dry stuff. If you're wondering why it's so dark, this sawdust is from the Mast. We always save sawdust that we use This was the bit we've been looking forward to until now, having it in place, and now we can only have more fun by adding bits, and it's probably more just regular wood glue now, screws, nails, hammering, fun stuff, you know. We're gonna let all this wet stuff be less wet, and then while we're having a coffee, and then I think we'll come back and say we get some of the finishing. It looks like this, but rounded. It's rounded on one side. Yeah. Just before continuing, I've changed uniform again because I am so pissed. I got a massive epoxy stain on our brand new UV vest. By the way, we have all of this stuff in store and these are very limited. So if you do want one, go ahead over there. We'll put the link in the description. Drawings made by Taj, Art of Taj from Sailing Catalpa. But yeah, I've tried to get the epoxy out, but it's never completely out. Also, we have these in store until stock lasts, so head over there and be one of the few who have it, and let us know what you think about these as well if you do have one already. Until now, we haven't really had to cut any straight lines, which is quite fortunate because we only have a jigsaw, but we still have a bunch of these really nice battens that were made in the shipyard still. Of course, we weren't going to throw them away because you're always going to need it one day, and there we go. So we're going to see if we can use this to keep the drawers together so they don't fall apart, and also decorative, and also to prevent the boxes from sliding out. That's the dream. Let's go down and see how that works. Go on, guy. Go. We're gonna develop this loads more, but now we want to prevent this and this from wobbling. So we've got this really nice batten over here, which is something we had. Here's one I made earlier. No, it's from the shipyard, very earlier. So we're going to cut them in the width of the whole set over here, screw them on. Not only are they going to be looking nice, but also it's going to prevent the box from sliding out, and it'll hold it all together. And this is how the natives made fire back in the old days.
Like an acrobat, you got more to hide than a Siamese cat. Cold and labor chasing after you. They tell you what to wear and tell you what to do. Out there living by an old salt mine, you wonder all the way and wonder all the time.
We waited a full day to let everything dry. It's a lot more sturdy than it was yesterday. So I say it's time for us to start actually putting this to the test. So the plan is to have four, making a lot of noise these things, 4 small ones on this side. They can be filled with absolutely anything. By sliding it in, it also catches. That was Toby's amazing job from yesterday. And so on. And click. This is how far we managed to get this week with this storage. I'm pretty happy with it. We might be able to blame it on the rain, or we're just very slow workers. But the most important thing, I believe, this week is that we managed to help out a friend who lost his mast. I'm so stoked that he can head into the water and continue sailing again. And what I'm also happy about is this is well, I was going to say as we envisioned, if not better, because I think Toby can agree that we didn't really envision anything. We just put piece per piece on. I'm really happy how none of these are going to slide out because of this little batten here. It's a lift and pull system. So next week is going to be another week where it's hopefully a lot less rain, and we can add lots of little kind of what do you call it, like a workshop drawers, and lots more storage here and there as well. And don't forget, very importantly, if you want to follow the journey by one, seeing how all this is going to start expanding and looking nice and painted and sanded, and also following our journey up north, don't forget to click that subscribe button to not miss out on any of the episodes. And also, if you like this video, please click that like button. That would be epic. So see you guys next week, and pray for some more rain. No, pray for some sun.